Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's hop right into it. Sometimes trees can drop other items. Tell me more, game. Tell me more. Bum, 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 bum. Let's slow down time. It's Sunday. I'm not in the mood to do Sunday fun day. Hey, Rain. Got a job for me? I'm not gonna catch you a fish. Sorry. I will give you a little chat though. Bum, 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 bum. Franklin, look at you leaving your house. Welcome to the outside world, bud. Hey, Hey, Mel. Melanie. Welcome to the stream. Happy time zone. An anti-meridian interaction. Franklin, you use big words. Sorry, not catching you a bug. Alrighty, let's check up on the other NPCs. As my computer has a tough time with the game. No alpha quests. Senor John. Need anything, buddy? Butterfly. No thanks, bud. But you will get a chat. Let's check out Fletch, our hardest working, oldest person. Yeah, it is a little weird to stream this late. I've had a very active day. I'm actually sort of, I'm now extra hyped from getting my video done today. Sorry, Fletch, no bugs. I will give you another chat like everybody else. Wonder if there's a special thing if I complete all of the milestones. Milburn's not working today. So yeah, I got extra inspired by watching Hermitcraft videos. So I finally figured out what I want to do in my Epoch Minecraft world. And with that inspiration, I also had the energy to make an episode, which it's been 5+ months. And got it released. And now I'm all types of, like, still full of energy. And that's how you end up getting me streaming at 10 o'clock at night. Hey, Melvin. Got a job for me, buddy? You want a cooked banana? You're full of hearts. Maybe another time. But I will talk to you for a bit. Licking wood is a little weird, buddy. I understand you're like a furniture crafter, I guess, but that smile he had was a little weird. Sheila, I'm pretty sure you're not getting anything. Oh, I lied. I always have cake on me. That is the one thing I will always give you. Small glasses. Sheila. That's Sally. Got a job for me, Sally? No fly for you. I will give you a chat. That would be pretty cool if that was added to the game. Cutting topiaries. How's my angry fillies? You guys are still angry. Nancy! I imagine you won't let me chat with you, will you? Yep. Will it matter if I buy the boarding pass? I don't think so. How about if I'm like standing next to you? Is that a difference? Nope. That's annoying. I wonder if I do the trip and come right back, if that'll change anything. Let's try it. Hop a little squat for a bit. I was watching some of your episodes, Melanie. I liked how you did some of your tree and like layouts with one of your most recent episodes. At first I was like, man, that's a lot of compact trees. And then after they all grew, I was like, ooh, that looks actually pretty good. I don't think I've planted all my trees the way that you have ever, with like the alternating patterns. I like the way it edged what you were doing. Probably going to use that type of design for when I do my crafting area. You love trees? Yeah, I could see that. I like the way that you were doing some of your designs. I haven't seen many people do that way. It's a fun part about watching other people. Everybody has like a unique way of doing stuff. You can pick up like little things. Oh, come on, Nancy. I just wasted a boarding pass. Let me talk to you and do a quest or something. I guess she only comes out like late night. Alright. We still need to find the banking bro, Milburn. Did we talk to Clover? I don't think we did. Camo dress. I'm positive I don't have that. I had no idea that was even an item. Is that just me or does that look like red, like plaid face bandana? It has such a similar look between the two. pretty sure I have a tie-dye cap, but I'll buy another one just in case if I don't. I know I have ninja shorts. I'm never quite sure about the holiday outfits. I know I have a couple of them, but I don't know if I have all the colors. I know I have these two shoes, so... Alright, Clover. Got a job for me? Everybody wants fish and bugs today. Need text here. That's my favorite conversation, Clover. Alright. Old man, where's your monocle face? I see Sheila around. Where are you hiding? There you are. These trees do not help me finding these guys when they're wandering in the forest. You want an insect too. Sorry, bud. You've forgotten? I feel ya. Marvelous. That's a word I don't use very often. Alright. Let's go see our buddies off in the distance. Theo. No sharks. Buddy. Got a job for me? You want to sell some watermelon. Some pricey watermelon. But, I mean, you somehow grew them in the middle of the ocean, so understandable. Oops. Alright. Got you to full health, or full hearts. I think we have everybody at full hearts now. Yeah, I think so. You want something to eat? Deal. You're one of the easiest people to feed. Oh no. My bananas haven't grown again. Bananas? Okay, good. There are more bananas around. Grody, what's up, buddy? Go to bed, punk. Another 1 a.m. tonight gaming? Probably. You see that I got the 8th episode of Epoch Challenge out? I'm still running on the high of getting something done. Thanks, bud. It's the first episode I made without using a script. And I think it took me about 3 to 4 hours to record and maybe 4 hours to edit. So it's like the quickest episode I've ever created. That was one of my goals that I wanted to change up, was make an episode with less effort. It's not that I, you know, put less effort in, but like less precognition, I guess you could say. Before it would take me like a day or two to do just the script, let alone the recording of it all and then editing of it all. It might not be as high quality as the other ones I've created, but that's the learning curve of YouTube. Something that I heard while watching a Lex Friedman podcast with Mr. Beast, Jimmy, was that he doesn't even consider like somebody a YouTuber until they have like 100 episodes out. And it's like once you have 100 episodes, you can talk to them about being like a content creator. Because like the first 100 are going to be all varying levels of good and bad. So, I'm on my 8th episode. I'm sure it's not going to be good for a while. And I just have to get used to that type of thing. There's going to be good parts and bad parts, and it is what it is. Get over it and make it. So, I'm still experimenting with that type of thing. Still hard though. When you see people like create an episode that has like tons of edits and a beautiful script that makes sense. It's like, why can't I do that? And it's like, dude, you don't have the experience. Get over it. But, you know, saying it and doing it are very different things. Give me your old milk, you big hamsters. The episode I created is also one of the first 4K videos that I uploaded. So in theory, if you watch it at 1080p, it should look better. I am still missing 3 of these guys, aren't I? I think I have 10 pleeps that I need to shear. How are you inside that block, bud? There's another one. Where are you hiding? I could have sworn I got all of them over here. How was your day, Grody? I saw that you were working on those switch things. The controllers, putting the LEDs and stuff in them. I should probably buy another pleep. Elizabeth. Isn't that like one of the like queens or something names? Got the Joy-Cons. They're troublesome AF. Yeah, I can imagine. You got the Joy-Cons back together, but the right side LED kits for both sets don't work. That has to be frustrating. Alright, Erwin still needs a banana. I don't know much about that stuff, so I imagine like finding, you know, that piece of equipment not working has to be extra frustrating. It feels like it should be simple, so it shouldn't be hard to mess up, but here's a banana. They're your favorite. That's why I grow them around. Should probably grow that fruit that is their favorite near every single person. So like Fletch should get like a, I think it's a lime tree. Here, you can have a banana. Alright, and that's everybody. So back to the aquarium. From what I read in reviews, it's a common issue that people have that the right side is dead. I guess it's a defect. Weird. I would imagine that the components are the same. Could it be like a, how to explain that? Like a defect from Nintendo? Like the right side is just like running at a different voltage or something? And they did that as like a proprietary thing? Nah, left Joy-Con is different from the right side. Gotcha. The way I sort of imagine it is that, I need to put Clover's crap away. Nintendo specifically has the left side running at a lower voltage or a higher voltage just to mess with people. Because Nintendo. I think Compaq did that with their computers back in the day. Like back in Windows 98 days. People would change out parts on a Compaq computer and it would like fry the PC. Or like destroy the power supply. Well, yeah, the LED kit's not sold by Nintendo, but the LED kit is made by somebody expecting that both LEDs are going to get the same voltage. Nintendo is like, nah, the right side works at 1.4 and the left side works at 1.2, and it's like just enough to fry an LED. That looks like new wallpaper. Cloud wallpaper. It's like the sky. That sounds pretty like awesome. Pretty sure I have all of these, but this is the only one I'm not quite sure about. Compaq used to do that type of crap. They're they would have motherboards and their components be at like 0.3 or 0.2 higher voltage. That was actually why I never bought a Compaq computer when I was younger. That just bugged me that that was even an idea. That is awesome. We finally got a new wallpaper. It's also mildly frustrating because now I am not sure if I need another chest just for wallpaper. Yeah, hopefully they give you a response and they tell you what's up. I imagine it's not a, if it's a common problem, they probably will ask you to like return the stuff or something. Oh yeah. What's that holiday for China? It's like the whole flippin' place goes on holiday for a week or so. Interesting. Wasn't expecting those to be new. It's some celebration that's like consistent throughout their whole area. I know they call it Chinese New Year, but I don't know if it's actually called not Chinese New Year. Like, I don't know if that's the direct translation or if that's just like the colloquial version of it. A little hard to return a kit that's tangled up in my Joy-Cons, and Izzy's bumming my one set until I can replace her one Joy-Con motherboard. Oh yeah. I remember you mentioning that that got messed up. That's frustrating. Now I don't know what to do with these embers or ambers. How do they handle oh, they sit on top of ramps. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to use that, but I feel like that might be usable. Maybe I just throw them up here. Last person she sent them to repair busted the button almost completely off the motherboard for the ZR trigger. That's frustrating. Trigger. Alright. If I remember correctly, I had a decision to make. It involved... I was going to eliminate one of the designs, and I think I am. I'm so pleased with approaching Nirvana as like something I listen to now. What was this? It was palm, nails, and cement? Just palm and cement, no nails. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't think I would ever send something out to get it repaired. It's because, like, well, depending on how complicated the soldering job is. But, like, if a button broke on my, like, PSP or my, you know, my 3DS, you know, the pieces of equipment that I actually had, I would probably fix the buttons. But if it was like a more complicated motherboard soldering of like a smaller component, I'd probably send it out. Alright, I think for this to work, Chris and Bryant's Production Talks, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Happy time zone to you. We are hopefully finishing off our aquarium today. We will see how possible that is. Wrong one. So because this is 2 and this is 3, it burnt a hole in my brain and I have to change the whole setup up. So everything's going to be slightly different on the edges of the build. Hey, Half Beep. Welcome to the stream. Happy time zone. Hope you're having a good day. Ooh. What's up, my strangely armored friend? You whistled. I guess I'm exploring. I'm not sure if at this point it's really considered exploring. Oh boy. I busted the button on the L trigger, rip, but not off the board. I was still able to put the tiny parts back together. Unfortunately, the left Joy-Con is built in a way that the L and ZL trigger buttons are on separate small circuit boards that I can replace. But the right side, which her button was on, is just one large board. That's frustrating. You have a face bandana blue. I feel like it should be called a blue face bandana, but I won't argue with you. I will buy it. You know what? I might even wear it. Doesn't necessarily look all that great with our outfit, but hey, why not? Their sentences and toilet flushes in reverse. That is one of those things, the whole toilet flush thing, that blew my mind when I first like found out that that was a thing. I was like, wait, what? Gravity's different down there? What's happening? I feel like there's some profound thing that you can learn from the fact that toilets flush in different directions. The Simpsons taught you that. You know, that's what like scares me about that type of stuff, is that they might be completely wrong. They might have just like totally created some false thing and then we all just believed it. What's that, the Mandela effect or something like that? Where everybody like consciously believes something is true when it's not. Boop. Let's just do this down here. Ah! Hi, jerk. Ah. Take that. What is this game on? I believe it is on mainly the PC. I think somebody said that it was on Xbox, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't have an Xbox. It's still early access, so I know that the developer, James, is planning on porting it to other consoles. But it won't be until later on. Unless you're like, what is this game on, like, you know, substance-wise, then, I don't know, happy substances? Couldn't really describe it more than that. I love this game. Dude, I'd have a house directly on the equator with toilets on either side so I can test and flush in either direction. That hurts my brain to even think about. Like, how sensitive is that? Like, 2 centimeters from the equator? Is it like the equator, like... Maybe we're thinking about it too much. Thank you for inspiring me to use the teleporters for areas to build / terraform things around. I've never done that, as they were in rough areas for me. But your talks on how you want to move areas near teleporters was great food for thought. You're welcome, Half Beep. That's why this whole area is there, and I put this guy over here and this guy over here. I feel like the teleporters should help you like move around the world easier. So I'm glad I could help you. I know a lot of people want this game to be ported to other consoles, and I've even seen a couple people complaining that the compatibility with the Steam Deck isn't all that great, which sort of bums me out. But it's an early access game made by one dude, so it's really, really hard for me to like not expect there to be problems, you know? Like there are people out there with $1 million budgets, hundreds of people working on their game. And they release stuff in buggy messes. So, the fact that this game is even playable on computers and the Steam Deck in any way, I find pretty impressive. I heard that it's also playable on Mac, but you have to go through like a translation layer, I believe it is. I forget what that's called. I'm not a Mac dude. Is it like Rosetta or something that they call it? I don't know. Something weird like that. Alright. I think that's one section of it fixed. I do wish we could add more of the of these telepads. I know you can do it in the dev menu, but I really would want one like maybe over here. Because like my town's just big enough that it's a pain for me to go from like this side all the way to this point. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I've honestly, I'd say it's probably even more than pretty good. I'm doing pretty awesome. It's very rare that I have awesome days, but this is probably one of them. I got a bunch accomplished. I got inspired to do more stuff. I'm up way past my bedtime because I have so much energy from how awesome my day was. I hope everybody's day is going even like a tenth as awesome as mine. It's been like, I don't know what, 5 months since I made an episode for my YouTube series. And I was able to get one out in one day. Didn't have to do a bunch of extra like thought and effort to it, so I'm extra pleased with my what I was able to get done today. Alright, let's see. I need to move... Is it this one that's too much? I know this one is too far out. Let's go down here and do this. It's a little bit easier. I was talking about it a little bit earlier, but one of the problems I end up having with YouTube content is I like overthink a lot of stuff. Like it's one thing to be on stream and just talking to chat and like, you know, talking to myself as I do stuff. That's something I've sort of learned and figured out. But trying to compress, like, something that you've been working on for months or even a couple of days into a 20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute episode is like just like a mind-numbing process for me. The ways I was doing it earlier involved a lot of like pre-thought and scripting, and it just wasn't, I don't know, good. So today I was able to basically just sit down and just freehand the process to make a YouTube video in Minecraft and just do it real quickly and like off the top of my head. I'm sure it might not be the best episode, but it's probably similar to the episodes I've made previously, and that's enough for me. What software do you use for editing? I use DaVinci Resolve, the free version currently. It's not necessarily the easiest to use, to be honest. From what I've seen from other softwares like Adobe and stuff, they definitely seem a little more friendly to like different edits and different things that you can do. But once you get past how like crazy DaVinci Resolve looks, I feel like it's, I don't know, it's pretty powerful. I'm still trying to figure out like fusion and all of the different effects that I can do. I can't really wrap my head around all of that yet. But as long as I slowly work on it, I figure by like the time I'm at like 100 episodes, I'll have enough of that understood to get some good stuff done. Like I just started to wrap my head around how keyframes work. And like moving stuff with X and Y axes like off the screen and on the screen to then keyframe it between 30 seconds to make something sort of slide into frame. Like I sort of understand that now. Actually doing it is another thing. But of all the software I've seen people use, I feel like DaVinci Resolve, especially for free, is probably one of the best to learn. Eventually, when I have more money, maybe when stream, you know, however makes money, I can use that towards maybe actually buying the pro version. You can also get one of their like little DaVinci Resolve keypads, and it comes with the pro version. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing long term. Get like a couple $100 and buy one of those little like fancy editing pads. And then get the free version, well not the pro version of the software with that. But who knows how long that'll be. Maybe multiple years from now, for all I know. Currently saving up all of the money that Stream donates to me for a new computer. It's not that my computer's bad. It's like a first gen Ryzen and a 1060. But if I tried to run like say something like Cyberpunk, I'd be lucky to get like 20 frames with it. So it sort of excludes a lot of games from me even being able to purchase or download, because I know I'm not going to be able to run them well. And definitely not well enough to, like, you know, stream them. I would build my own computer, so at least I would save myself that type of additional expense. I've been a nerd for a while, so I know how to do that type of stuff. Yep, they got ramps, man. And the ramps take the, like, texture of the block below them. See? Pretty awesome. A lot of people use these for roofs currently. There we go. Mind blown. That's exactly my thought, roofs. Yeah. The only downfall is that you can see the bricks below it. Is that, like, you can use it as a roof, but then the walls are also the same color. So if you want it to be a roof, you have to save the same walls. And a lot of people like to have walls be different than the roofs. So it's a little complicated. The new bridges are wide versions of these. These two wide ones I think were normal. I'm not sure if brick was a thing though. Brick might be new. I'm similar to you when it comes to, like, exactly the content that was added in spring and summer updates. I only played the game for, I think it was 100 hours when it first came out. And all of the updates I missed up until this most recent summer one. So this has to go, but I think that has to go. I have no idea what I'm doing in this back wall. I think that's what I'm doing on this side though. Just cutting this middle part out. I think I finished up all of these front parts. I still need to decide if I like how these are placed, where there's like a 1 block level between the top of these and the ramps. Or if I like them one higher, where they're closer to the ramp, and you see more of the marble below. I think I like them below. Will mangrove trees grow anywhere the mud is, even if not near water? And will it eventually spawn wary moo? From my understanding, it won't spawn wary moo. The wary moo only they only spawn on their nests. These guys. And those nests are like, they spawn with your world. So once you destroy them, they don't come back. But yes, when it comes to mangrove. As long as there's a mud block on the ground, they will grow mangroves. I think maybe even these river reed. I'm not quite sure. I haven't tested the river reed part, but I know mangrove continue to spawn on them. So like, these spots, even though I've placed some of them, and these were originally lower in the water, eventually, like a week from now, 7 full game days, these will probably spawn mangrove. But as long as you place like a path on them, they won't. Yeah, I think I want this lower. You gotta like it like that. Yeah, definitely like it like that. Do I still have marble pillars in these chests, or do I need to make more? And make more. You're welcome. Yeah, only their nests. I tried stealing their eggs. Yeah, their eggs, I think, spawn in one of the seasons. I think spring, maybe? Yeah, if you want to make like a mangrove tree farm, you just have to grab one of those mangrove dirts and move it around. So like you can move this like way inland and just sort of spread it about. And eventually they'll grow on this area. There's no mangrove seeds, so that's like the closest you can get to a mangrove farm. The downfall with the wary moo is that once you remove their nest, there's no real way to add the nest back. I think you might be able to do it with like commands, but I don't know. When I read the little bit of it on I think it was the Dinkum Discord that was talking about it. I wasn't sure if it was a modded thing that you had to have, so you had to have like a mod to do it, or if it was just like hit enter and type like item 233 or something like that. But it reminded me of how items are in, or certain items are in certain games. I think Stardew has that, where like if certain names or certain call features say a certain sequence of events like item 23 or something, you'll end up getting like some item spawn in the game. It's like the ID of the item or something like that. I don't quite get it. Can they be turned into giant mangrove trees? No, sadly not. I don't believe fertilizer works on them. Don't think I've tried it, so it might be worth the experiment, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. I don't want to touch the nests. I've been trying to kind of trap Wariamu by altering the terrain so they can't jump down. It's a good idea. pretty easy to keep them trapped too. They can't go up 2 blocks or down 2 blocks. So you can make, or you can just put, I think, fences around them, but I haven't tried that yet. That would be pretty cool if that was all you had to do. Yeah. But I can definitely verify that 2 blocks will work. They can sometimes like bump each other in and fall down a hill though. I don't think they can do that going up a hill. But I might be wrong. Alright, do I want to do the exact same on this side? So then it'd be 1 out, but 2 down, and then 2 over. Thank you. I'm actually pretty pleased with it so far. Still need to figure out what I'm doing for like the paths and what I'm doing on the inside. But I think the inside will be a lot easier. Probably just going to throw marble down and call it a day. I think I like this more in line. Which I guess means this needs to come down. This is definitely one of those projects I'm going to end up working a lot on, probably. I was hoping I'd be able to get more of it done today. But anything in Dinkum can be a little tedious. Alright, so I think did it go? I think it went out 2. So I think both of these need to go. Wrong one. Ah. I think it was these 2 like that. Pretty sure these got 2 lights too. And that got a light. Maybe those should get a light underneath. Oh wait, nope. Underneath the bridge, you can't put lights. Alright, so these go 2, and then there's 2 for a marble and a tile there. Remember when we were talking about steps and NPCs not going up and down without a landing? I checked the mine to be sure the other day, as my areas are 6 levels subsurface. They regularly walk up and down the steps with no issues, as well as up and down the bridge. A bridge is elevated 2 or 3 levels, but none of those areas have landings. Really? Interesting. I wonder if James changed the NPC pathfinding. He did an update recently in this month that didn't have many, like, patch notes to it. So maybe the NPCs changed their pathfinding a bit. Wouldn't surprise me that he did something that wasn't, like, perfectly explained in the patch notes or anything. It might also be one of those things where they have a preference for it and they can still pathfind, but the preference is different. Yeah, a lot of the landings that I have added were based on the Dinkum Discord. What is their section that they call it? It's you just hop on this Discord and look at it. Fairy Bread Factory, I believe. Infographics. Yeah. On the Dinkum official Discord, they have a Fairy Bread, like, Fairy Bread Factory section. And that's where I got the information from. Oop. There we go. But a lot of those infographics are made by players of the game and not, you know, James himself. In the Subterra market, it's Gumwood steps going up and down, but there's only one exit. Not sure if that helps pathing. From what I understand, I don't think they see ramps or stairs as a thing. So as long as it's, you know, something like that, and you can walk up it, they'll walk up it. I think the weird part becomes when you involve the bridges. Because the bridges count sort of like an entire block. Like, almost like if it was like that. To their pathfinding. So they don't prefer going up it, even though they could still probably go up it. But I haven't, like, read that. That's just sort of my understanding of it. Do I want, or is it? So it is. No, that's when there's just these guys. Okay. And I've definitely seen, like, an NPC, like, glitch up a path. Almost like they're just, like, not sure if they can pathfind it, but they just keep going in circles, and eventually they get up a side. So it might be even more goofy than we think. Like, they might not even want to pathfind up these sides of blocks. Naturally, it's like just a outcome of certain decisions. Seems the NPC in my worlds are rebels. Yeah, I've also heard other people have the NPCs like, what is it? They can like swim and stuff. Like some of them will prefer to swim across stuff. And I've never seen any of my NPCs swim besides Theo. Okay, that makes sense. This one is not something I would normally put. Okay. That's what I was confused about. And that could totally be a thing where like NPCs of a certain world act differently. For all we know, their pathfinding has something to do with the actual world spawn. Some mathematical thing that makes no sense to me, but could be a thing. My Rain used to swim until the bridge. Now she only uses the bridge. Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like, depending on how the world is set up, it could be a distance thing from one side to the other. Marble, marble, and then one down. Like if you put Rain in the middle of a forest, like she might act completely different than if Rain's in the middle of town. Not that I could really give you an answer on why that's the case, but I've never made pathfinding logic, so I have zero like idea on what's going on there. Alright, so this is the part that changes. Nope. Come on. Wait, does that make sense? Because it's this part that the bridge will sit. So this needs to be concrete. Wait. No. Yeah, no. I still need this to be like that. Placing the NPC in different areas, I wonder if the dev might later have different dialogue for NPCs being in different respective areas too. You're good. No problem, man. That's half the reason why I'm streaming, is to talk to you. All about the interaction, man. It'd be way more boring if I was just sitting all by myself just trying to get this aquarium done. And I am all about that idea with like NPCs getting different dialogue for different things. I want that dialogue tree to be very complicated personally. So this gets a doodad. A blue light. And these are not two black tiles, they are marble. I actually suggested that in the Dinkum Discord, that not that exact idea, but the idea that NPCs should have more complicated dialogue. My exact recommendation was so that you could befriend John and bring John to Jimmy, because I believe they're supposed to be related. And if you brought John to Jimmy, you would unlock like new dialogue between the two, which would actually allow you to do quests for Jimmy. Because right now, you can't do anything with this guy. You just buy stuff from his ship and that's it. And that's sort of a bummer. Questless Jimmy, I hear ya. Yeah, I want to be able to interact with all of the NPCs. And even if it takes me like interacting with another NPC and doing something, I feel like it'd be a cool idea. What inspired me for even that idea was I heard that if you bring an NPC with you, like on their days off, you can ask them to hang out with you. And when they hang out with you, they can do some tasks with you. I believe the option was fishing. I think they can fish with you. But I'm all about them doing even more than that. Like, say you start chopping down trees, they should chop down trees with you. You mining? They should be mining as well. Bum, 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 bum. You've gotten the chop, mine, hunt, but not fish yet? Okay. If you've experimented with it, you probably have more experience with it. I've only tried. Like, I've never even tried to do that stuff. I've accidentally invited people a couple of times, but I've never actually done anything with them. I usually tell them to like chill out and walk away. So I think this needs to be one higher. Yeah. And this needs to be one farther. That's pretty cool though, that you can get them to like mine, chop, and hunt with you. I assumed they could only do a couple of those. I didn't know they could do all of it. I've had so much like to do that I haven't actually hung out with any of them and tested what they can and can't do. Was that it? Or is this... I feel like that wasn't it. I also don't feel like that's right. Was it, I think it was like that. I'm gonna have to go over to the other side and verify it. Ah. I like that this game does not have base attacks and attacks that can destroy buildings. That stuff would turn me off. Would be neat if they could go on vehicles with us. Two-seater vehicles. I agree. That's one of the stipulations for them to be able to visit Jimmy, is that you would have to basically have them get on the helicopter or something. Because I don't think they're going to swim and follow you the whole way. Alright, what did I do over here? Oh, nice. I was not wrong. That is what I did. And then it's just 2 brick, 3 brick. Alright. He jumps and flies. Yeah, going to find Jimmy would be a pain in the booty. Like, imagine waiting for that guy to, like, swim all the way over. It'd be one of those things that's only possible on certain days where Jimmy's, like, close to the shoreline. Oh. Potentially. For some reason, that reminded me of the crazy video I saw from Anton today. It's about the Higgs boson and potentiality of stuff. I do not understand quantum mechanics and quantum particles as much as I initially thought I did. I've been a big nerd about quantum and science and physics for a long time. But watching that most recent episode was like, oh yeah, I really don't know anything. I need to go to college if I really want to know stuff. It's super complicated stuff. Even like, you go to college for 4 years and you probably only scratch the surface of knowledge. It is cool stuff, though. They blame the Higgs boson and its interaction on like why the universe started and why it might potentially end. Which is like an inspiring concept to me. To think that we even have a possibility of understanding what started and ended or will end the universe is just like so cool. It's like when you learn that like all life on our planet is because our sun gives it energy, and that energy is what causes life. And it's like, cool, the sun's all bright, and then you find out, you know, there's bigger suns that are blue, or, you know, smaller suns that are red, and then there are like anti-suns, like black holes. Like, you slowly build up this little bit of knowledge at a time, and then eventually you're a physics nerd. We have no real understanding. But it is some cool stuff. A lot of the only reason we like find stuff is we're like, hey, if we look at math and let math lead the way, stuff like this should happen. And everybody else is like, that makes no sense. And they're like, yeah, well, the math says it works. And then sometime between the 1960s and 10 years ago, we find the Higgs boson. I don't understand how people can even like do the math to figure that type of stuff out and assume that like they're not like, you know, losing their marbles. To be able to conceptualize those types of things is just like, just crazy to me. It's like, what was it, Stephen Hawking? A lot of the stuff that he thought about when he was like in end stage, whatever disease he has. So like he couldn't physically do the math on a chalkboard anymore. So a lot of his theories come from just him sitting and like doing the math in his own head. Which is just like ridiculous to think that like you could even do that type of math in your own head. Do I want to do this type of thing on the edge? Give it a little wiggle. I feel like that's not how that looks on the other side. Yeah, it really is. Hey, Crummy, what you doing, buddy? My cat is like, what are you doing, dude? Why are you still awake? We should be in bed. That's one of the most inspirational parts of Stephen Hawking, in my view, is the fact that he was able to do a lot of his math, like, and a lot of things just sitting in a chair. To conceptualize those types of things and be able to keep track of variables. Crummy Half Beep says hi. I think he's going to get some snackers. Alrighty. I've been live for an hour and a half. I think I'm going to get up and stretch. Take a quick break. If you are like me and had a cat on your lap for an hour and a half, it's probably time to stretch, get something to drink, maybe a bio break. BRB. In Dinkum, do the animals really need shelters, or is that more so roleplay? I'm pretty sure they actually have a part if you go to their like animal thing that like checks mark if they have shelters. So like dogs need to have little dog pens, and same with the other creatures. And that's how you get their hearts up. So I think they do really need shelters, but I'm not sure exactly how their hearts add. But yeah, BRB. Alrighty, I'm back. Crummy, you got up and came back to the chair. We sharing it? He moved over to the side, so I guess we're sharing it now. You're lucky I got a skinny butt and I can share this chair with you. Cute little man. Thank you. Let's see. I think I can show you what I was talking about earlier. Animals. They have shelter, eaten, and petted as little check marks. So if you want their hearts to go up, you need to check these things. But some of the creatures you don't want necessarily to go up. Like having these guys be low means you get regular milk. I'm pretty sure there's some recipes that require low quality milk. But for the doggos, I think you want them to have houses. The First Time by Approaching Nirvana. This is one of my favorite songs from him. You like corn, Rain? Oh, I don't want to be all up in this. Okay, where's Franklin? This is one of the first times I haven't seen him sitting in his house in the morning. Alright, Crummy. Your little booty, I don't want to squish it, bud. Come here. There you go. Put your little paws on my leg or something. There we go. Still refuses to be on my lap. He's like, oh, we're sharing this chair. Ooh, alpha quack, or alpha, yeah, alpha quack, alpha croc. Oh man, sometimes you just gotta laugh at how you say things. That was something in my most recent episode when I was doing the video. I rewatched it and I said, "ara," like multiple times in a row. I was like, I just gotta make fun of that. That's funny. I think the sausage roll only takes a regular egg. Yeah. I was thinking to get a second chook, but try to keep its hearts low for that normal egg, but not try how to do it. I'd probably keep it in a pen, don't pet it, don't feed it. Sounds rude, but that's really all you can do. Yeah, you will buy those eggs. Yeah, I think that's an issue currently. I'm not sure if James is going to make it so there's two recipes that you can use good stuff and bad stuff. Why would you want to fly? I do not understand that. That was something that people complained about in the Dinkum Discord. It was like the regular egg and regular cheese recipe stuff. I should get corn and put it in my inventory before I forget. Yeah, they do love their flies, man. I do not understand it. wouldn't be surprised if multiple NPCs wanted flies today. Hey, let's talk to Melvin before I don't see him. Sure, I'll buy your bright wire. Since I did that quest, I don't have to chat with you. An eastern lamp you don't want. Sure. Where you at, Clover? Hi, Rue. Oh, there you are, Clover. Bum, 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 bum. You're not getting any hearty stew, girl. Sorry. Spacing out. Stories will tell. I think I have glasses on me. Let me get rid of them. And they're gone. Oh, I forgot to bother Nancy at the end of yesterday. Oh boy. That's a pain. Oh man, look at all you guys. I have 2 more spouts. That's cute, Rain. Eastern is in this, no, this chest? Yes. Sheila! No prime roast for you, girl. I will chat with you, though. I'm a good egg. Nattering. It's one of those terms that I learned from this game. Where are you, Sally? Sometimes she ends up on this mountain. I don't quite understand it. Doesn't look like she ended up there. Huh. Alright, I got bright wire, ores, meats. Green stuff. And ore. I think I needed that. And marble. I don't want that to go away. I will go to my wood chest though. Alright, Rain. Where'd you end up? There you are. Here you go. Have your corn. Yep, it's your favorite. And any other tasks? The Alpha Croc. Oh boy, you're way out there. Alright, and Franklin is somewhere today. I think his shop opens at 8, but he's MIA. I wonder where he goes. No sharks. Museum full of bugs and fish, and he wants more. You're a goofball, buddy. I'm getting a little tired. I think this might be the last day that we work on the museum today. Erwin. You're hiding behind the boxes. A dainty kitchen table. Sure, I'll buy it. Ooh, that might be new. Yeah, he does. Look at how goofy he is. Here you go, bud. I moved it a little bit. I don't think that helped you any, though. Alright. Yeah. Where's my helicopter? Come on, let me in. There we go. Pleeped. I wonder if that's like a negative term in this game. Ah, you're such a pleeped. I wonder if like Chook or here's the Alpha Crack. Vombat is a negative thing. Dude, you're so scary in the water. Oh! Okay. Okay. I wanted to see if I could beat him without using the mighty spread, and turns out he's mean. Sharky boy. Ow. Okay. Helicopter. You're in my inventory, aren't you? Nope, you're over here. Shift by approaching Nirvana. I changed the way I was listening to music. Instead of listening it on YouTube, I listened it on YouTube Music. And it seems to have fixed all the issues I was having previously. Oh yeah, my plantations. That's a Minecraft thing that I do. I like having like large wheat fields. And this game has such large like areas that I don't know what to do with. So I made a giant area for wheat. Here's an example of them not pathfinding this way. Mallory always has a problem. Hey, buddy. Wiggle that butt. If I remember correctly, yeah. A pile of poo is always back here. Do you feel the underbridging pathing will eventually happen, or will stay as is now? I worry that it'll stay this way, to be honest. I wonder if it's a limitation in the game code itself. Similar to that like weird naming aspect where like if you call item like 232 or something, it spawns like a nest or something. I feel like that might just be a thing in the game. I'm sure they could fix it, but at the same point, I don't know if it's easy to fix. Like it might be a Unity item code thing. You don't work Mondays. Okay. Alright. I think that's everybody. I think we didn't see Clover and Franklin are the only two people we haven't seen. A part of me imagines that James will be able to fix that, but I don't know how hard it is. Yeah. So it might be a Unity code thing. It might also be something that's just like more effort than it's worth to fix. I don't know if I have black drip jeans. Is this a jersey shirt? It is a jersey shirt. I know I have a sailor outfit. I think I have blue pants. Long shoes. Red flats. Alright, good. Got more room still. Oh, I guess I already talked to Clover. Alright, let's see if there's anything I didn't have today. Looks like the shoe or the pants were not new. Really? I did not have a jersey shirt. Thought I had his shirt already. Or long shoes? No way. And so I had a white baseball cap. No long shoes. Interesting. That's crazy. How many chests does that make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 chests? That is so many pieces of clothing that I have now. Sally, did you ever make it back to your shop? You and Franklin, I think, are the people I haven't seen. Nope. Slackers. And Dainty. Wait, that's pink. Alright, I did have pink bed. I wonder if the long shoes will help with swimming in a faster board. Sadly, I don't believe it does. I have tried both of those. Of course, the dainty kitchen table is something that's offered to me as soon as I get it. The long shoes do look goofy. I hope they add more of them to the game. I'm not sure about the warm Nordic table. We'll buy a second one of these though. Not that I'll probably ever use the dainty stuff. That's dark wooden. There's the dainty thing. That's regal. Nordic. Warm. I did have it. And nothing else. Alright. So it's Sally. I have no idea where Sally is. She usually hides up here. Huh. And Franklin I'm also missing. I don't know where Franklin went. I guess Sally and Franklin went on a date outside of the city. I'm not sure if I have these. Are you back in town, Franklin? Nope. So Franklin and Sally are just straight up missing. Wonder where they went. Could see them being like a couple. Wait, yeah. Baton. So I had both of them. And nothing else. Alrighty, back to what we were doing. I don't think we have any quests. Oh, wait. I need to talk to Sheila. Sheila. I killed that croc for you. Bum. Yeah, I thought a similar thing, that the long shoes would have some like effect. Nope. Sort of wish they do though. I could see them being like swimming shoes or something. Alright, so that's what that corner looks like. Looks pretty close. You know what? I'm just going to shave off this top. Or a squeaky toy sound. Imagine if you walked with long shoes and they made a floppy sound or a squeaky toy sound. That would be pretty good. It could almost be like one of those suggestions that you give to the Dinkum Discord. I need the long shoes to be squeaky. There we go. Nice and curvy. You're not in the Dinkum Discord? Huh? You have your first submission to game suggestions if you want. Alright, we need at least 2 of those, and we want these there. And we need cement. for that spot and that spot. How do I do it on this side? The Dinkum Discord isn't like super active, but it's like just active enough that you have like something to look at every day. How'd you get there, Turkey? Look, I save you from your existence. How'd you get up there? Whoa, you just phased through those. Yeah, the whole community for Dinkum is very, how would you explain it? Wholesome, I guess? If you're ever looking for, like someone to play with, or like ideas, the Discord's pretty good for that. That's how I got my balloon idea. Yeah, it's very mellow. Turkey food. I feel like I'm not doing this area right. I am not doing it right. But I'm not doing it right in the way that I was thinking. Is that the correct way? Yeah, there we go. That's the right way. Sorry for all the top typos with my hands and fingers. I have issues with my hands and fingers. It makes a lot of typos. I tried to fix them before hitting enter though. You're good. I used to call that your fingers revolting. It's no big deal, man. I have a tough time reading, so no big deal. My dyslexia makes it sometimes so it's difficult. And this needs to be one higher. Sometimes my brain reads stuff and sometimes I have to take like multiple times to read it. We all have our own difficulties, you know? The finger revolt, yep. Me and my wife were talking about that recently. We like to think of all of these things like ADD, ADHD, autism, like sometimes even gender, like anything. We like to think of it as this black and white thing, and the reality of it is that humans are a very sliding scale. And a lot of the problems that we all run into, be it, dyslexia or something, is a sliding scale. It's not just like you have this or you don't. You have like 10%, you have 1%, you have full blown 110%. We're all dealing with our own version of it. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Alright, time to work on the back wall. So true. Same with deafness and hearing loss, in my opinion. Yeah. My pops is just running into that. I forget what thing he's running into, but he's been losing his vision. And it's not as simple as just saying like, oh, you're blind? Oh, okay. Like, lots of people have vision and hearing loss, and a lot of it isn't as clear cut as just saying, oh yeah, I lost my vision, Which is something that I wasn't even aware of until recently, that like most people don't actually lose their vision. It's like they lose their peripheral. And then once it gets to like a certain smaller section of their eyes, like the very center point, it gets blurry. And it's not until like real late stage do you actually just go blind. Something I never really conceptualized, that like most people aren't even blind. Like even the blind people can still see something. It's just how useful that something is. Wait. I had a friend who was born deaf, but she could barely hear, if really loud. But her twin sister was completely deaf. No sound at all. Ooh. Reminds me of the saying, is like, you don't really know what you've lost until it's gone. Versus if you never had it at all. It's like a whole different thing. Is that right? I feel like that's not right. This whole wall needs to be pushed back one. I wonder what it would be like to not hear sounds at all. I guess it would just be like not having like a voice mod on in Minecraft or something. Wandering around, just seeing people like run up to you, like shake around, jump a little bit, and then run away. And how frustrating that would be. Like knowing that somebody's trying to communicate with you, you just have no idea what they're saying. Because you can still see them like moving their mouth and doing stuff, but I can relate to what you say. I'm hard of hearing acquired. It's been decades now, so I think I've adjusted, but my parents are elderly and deny that they are losing their hearing. You can tell though. Yeah. Oh man. That's the worst when people are like not aware of what they're doing. Reminds me of like the whole like losing your memory stuff. That stuff terrifies me. Like you don't even know what you're missing. I didn't even notice you misspelled acquired. You're a better speller than me. I'm terrible at spelling, so I'll be right back. Alright, man. Good luck with whatever you gotta do. This is different. I need to remember that. This wall is different. Is that how that is? No. Wait. There's none of that. Wait, yes there is. But it's one over. What do I do then there? Wait, brick just go right up to it? What? I'm getting to that point where my brain's just like not quite sure what I'm doing. Like it definitely knows what it needs to get done. It's not quite fully there. It is 12:30. I think the guitars in Dinkum are special to me, and I try to get every guitar I find in loot. I had a gray cockatiel, and he used to fly over, sit on me, and fall asleep. When I attempted guitar, I'm horrible, but he didn't care. I got an electric car, no amp, to play quieter for him. Aww. I used to play guitar for a bit. I was terrible at it as well. It is not an easy thing to be able to play. That is pretty adorable though. I think I messed this up in a way that I don't quite get. So in theory, it's like that, right? And then this spot is lower. Sure, you're better than... Nah. I'm pretty sure I don't have that, the ear for music. I couldn't tell you what an E minor is versus, like, you know, something else. I keep doing this the same way and it doesn't seem to work out right. But at the same point, I feel like it is. I got to the point where I could, I could play like certain songs as long as I didn't have to move my fingers that quickly. But understanding like the whole, like, this is how you play chords and getting the rhythm down and like knowing where the different E majors or minors or whatever were on the guitar, I could never figure out. I spent a bunch of money trying to get taught, and the guy would show me, he's like, once you get this idea, you know that it's just like this sequence of events, and you just do the sequence of events up and down the guitar, and even if you just move down one chord or whatever the notch is called, you're still, the relationship between the different sounds are all there. Just could never figure that out. I put my face on the body and went by vibration to tune, etc. People would tell me you're out of tune, but in tune with all of your out of tune notes. Yeah, that little emote with the bigger eye, smaller eye, I completely understand that. Like, I don't understand what they mean by that at all. I could memorize it all, and then like I would have to memorize the motion of my fingers. But if you could, like, I couldn't explain what the hell I was doing. It would frustrate the teacher so bad. He's like, "You're doing it right, you're doing it right," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing." Long past and yet to come. It's another good song by Approaching Nirvana. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Curry boy, oh, what you doing, buddy? There's not enough room for you to C-shape next to me. You're gonna have to get on my lap, bud. Whoa. The blanket that's covering me and him is just full of stinky crummy. He's trying to lick his butt, dude. There's not enough room on the side of the chair for that. Oh, you're so cute. He's about to sort of fall off the chair, and the blanket is sort of keeping him from falling off right now. He's like using it as like a hammock a bit. Oh boy. Try to use the rest of this little bit of durability without breaking it. Oh, there's like a littlest sliver. Oh! Fudge! That littlest of sliver was the last sliver. Damn it. There goes another 5 opals. Yeah, Melanie, I feel you. I had a friend that was a guitar teacher. I bought a digital metronome to the first lesson and he threw it in the trash. What? What a jerk. He said that will make you rigid. He told me to follow my heartbeat, as my heart rate will change with my emotions to what I'm playing, and tempo could change with how you feel at the moment. Dude, the worst metric I have in this game right now is smashing. I've probably only broken 3 shovels and maybe like 2 or 3 other tools. Under 10, so at least 31 dirt printers. It's crazy how many dirt printers I've broken. The one item that I just cannot get good with. Alright, well, now I don't trust those durability bars. Yeah, you do. And I think that's the second one. So I think it goes from 100 to like 250. So breaking tools is a milestone. It is a rough milestone. Yeah, I'll always have one dirt printer. And one compactor. And one of the other tools, but ugh. still painful nonetheless. I sort of understand where your guitar teacher is coming from. Because a lot of music isn't about being rigid and like the rhythm, but that's more so when you understand what you're doing, you know, what you're playing, how it sounds, why it sounds good. But not understanding that makes all of that very difficult. So like the rhythm is at least like one thing you don't have to think about. And yeah, your heartbeat and all that is like a way of keeping it in rhythm, but that requires thought. And if you're thinking about moving your fingers and strumming at the right beat, like that's just another thing you gotta think about. You don't have any improved tools yet? Got the electric ones though. These guys. Yeah, that's half the reason why I even go to like the airport is just to get Berkonium, so that way I can get more improved tools. I haven't gone the last couple times because I already have, you know, one of all the tools. Improved jackhammer, improved chainsaw, improved compactor and dirt printer. But you can't get a lot done with just one of them. Yeah, well, he's not wrong. It's just when you're learning, it's another level, you know? It's another way of thinking about it. It's like trying to draw with like two hands at the same time. Like, I'm having a tough enough time keeping the line straight with one hand. You want me to do it with two? Come on, man. I was collecting aquamarine for just for cosmetic aspects over here. We've got like what, 5 minutes or 10 minutes till those things are done charging. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aquamarine that are just chilling in here. But ever since I started making these blue floor lights, I've been debating on breaking some of these guys. What we could do, how's my inventory? Not too bad. What do the floor lights look like? That they get brighter the more you like overlap to a certain point, but they're like blue lights. I think the Christmas lights, the holiday lights that you can get, are similar to this blue light. Yeah, subtle blue one. They make green and red versions too that have that. Actually, let's go check out the holiday town so I can show you those lights. I'm pretty sure they're the same colors. Like the same blue. You're welcome, man. We're mainly waiting for these things to charge up, so it's not like we have anything really to do right now. Yeah, I buy rubies too. They're so expensive per ruby though. Yeah. It's the same blue. So these are the festive lights. And they give off the same blue light as those. I'm not sure if they make smaller versions of these. Yeah, this whole area is a full holiday area. Should probably put more some more TLC in this area. I just forgot to path this area. Okay. I think I have extra. No. I don't even know where. I guess I just didn't have enough. Who knows? But I definitely need to do more in this area because I need to like put seats over here. Right now, I only have a couple of these like areas for the beach. Meet me at the beach. Should also replace some of these with the festive stuff. But I didn't buy that many festive things. That's, I think, the festive towel. Technically, I can like reset my time on my computer to be December. What you looking at? Look at them side eyes. That's weird. You looking at the bed? What is he looking at? You don't normally see, like, you see your NPC like look certain ways. You don't normally see them look like, you'll see him look down at a fireplace or something, but he's looking at like the entities. Maybe he's looking at like a jet ski or something. Reminds me of that TikTok, whatever it is, something side eye. I don't know, it's some Asian lady's voice. Oh yeah, give me my tools. Let's go. Looks like Franklin never came back. He's just MIA. Ted was watching where fish were swimming by him. It was so cool. That is pretty cool. I like how the NPCs like look at certain items. Wasn't Ted around yesterday? What was that today? I think he was over here at one point. Yeah. I mix up my days pretty easily. Alright, so I need some marble in between the middle. And then it's tile. That's 1, 2, 3. So I guess Ted, Nancy, and these guys are the last ones we need to work on. Our fish and bug competition people. I finally tried putting those symbols on signs. I really like how the devs implemented that system. Symbols on signs. For some reason I'm thinking of like those types of weird signs, the alt codes. What was it? Alt 3? No. Well, I guess the single digit ones aren't implemented. Yeah, normally I write on signs, but there is different sign. There's a different sign for only symbols. Interesting. Oh, I got you. Like, yeah. The item signs, I think they are. Yeah, you can like put a picture of like the different items that you want. I hope they add a display type sign. So you can display like the balloons in a way. I want to be able to like place my shovel so that it looks like it's like up against the wall or something, or like place the balloon on the ground so it's floating. Like you can sort of do that with the signs, but it's not quite the same. It's not the way I'm thinking of it. And iron path. That's what I wanted. How am I like super high up or something? What is going on right now? Oh, I am like two blocks up. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like how like Minecraft has item frames, so you place like you can place items into the frame. Something more like that. Because right now you can't really like show off tools that you have. Like sure you can place them in the item frame, but I feel like it's not quite the same as being able to like show off your alpha tools in like a more direct way. Hey. Oh, I'm underneath the bridge. Gotcha. Pockets. Hey, Jose Robert. What kind of music do you listen to? All types of music. Right now we're listening to Approaching Nirvana, just because I find it's very relaxing and sort of backgroundy music. But it's not necessarily like my favorite music. I grew up on more like rock and metal type music. But as I've gotten older, a lot of music is just sort of a background sound, which sort of sounds more mean than what I mean it to be. But I enjoy music that has less words and just has like a good beat as I've gotten older. Especially when it comes to streaming, I don't want to have like a song that has a bunch of words in it. Oh, come on, barrels. Leave me alone. I feel like the game's trolling me a bit. Spread, water, spread. It is. Sometimes you like really want barrels and you can't find them, and then there's times when you don't want any barrels and you just can't get away from them. It's like the game is conscious. It's good to see you, Jose Robert. Welcome to the stream. imagine you might have been lurking for a bit, which is completely fine. Shout out to the lurkers. I am also a heavy lurker when it comes to streams. I appreciate it, man. I understand life is, you know, busy and there's millions and millions of videos of content out there, so it's no big deal if you're not able to hang out. But I do appreciate when everybody does. Ah. Printer, you got me. I'm mainly a lurker whenever I watch streams. Every now and then I'll comment, but a lot of the time it's not one of those. Oh. I'm one that'll just be like, hey, love your content, and that'll be the only comment I place in the chat. Which is something I always thought was like something people would appreciate, which I do appreciate personally. But it's also one of those things like, how do you respond to it? If someone pops in and just gives you a little heart, like, what do you say back to that? Because I'm that type of person, I think like, you know, I tell them, hey, thanks for that. But at the same point, I understand that like a lot of people, when they see that in their stream, they're like, moving on to the next comment. Ah, I didn't want you there. If a building is placed down, is there any way to put a tile under the front of it, or can that only be done by paying to move the building? Place the tiles and then pay to move the building back so that is on the top of the tile. You got it exactly. You have to pay to move it around. It's a little bit of a pain. You can't even put like grass underneath most buildings. Sometimes it'll let you place like one spot of grass and that's it. And it's like, really? That's it? Yeah, that's one of the frustrating aspects of like buildings and as you build out your town. That's one of the reasons why it's recommended to, when you're building your town, sort of place them not where you want them to be. And do all of your cosmetic terraforming or whatever you need to do, tile placement. And then pay to move it. But at 25k per move, that does get a little rough. Eventually you'll have enough money for it won't matter, but those first few moves, or if you're trying to do early game cosmetics, can be super painful. Yeah, 50,000 dinks is the price to put some tiles underneath a house. 25 to move it once, 25 to move it back. Something I've been running into more recently when I'm talking in streams is I like to ask content creators like what they use Like, do you use OBS? Do you use something else? And I found that like 90% of the people will just straight up ignore your comment. Either they're paying someone to do their edits, or they just don't want to talk about it on stream. I don't know. I haven't quite figured that part out. But very rarely will anybody talk about the actual content creation part of it. For now, Tucker Box will be fine without any tiles on it. Yeah, I feel ya. I think one of the houses also has like a weird like you place it and it's like a certain size, but when it's actually placed it's a different size. Somebody mentioned it in the Discord. Ooh. I just hadn't noticed it myself. I was surprised. Alright. I think that's right. Alright, we can put our bridges back now. Still feel like I did something wrong here. I don't quite know what I did wrong though. I blame math. Now I'm just gonna put that there to make sure I know that I did something weird there. Interesting. The house, I know my house is larger than the guest house. I have flat tops that are helicopter landing pads. Ooh, I like that idea. Usually the top of a house is a landing pad. Wait, is that what I did wrong? No. Guess these line up, don't they? I'll figure it out eventually, but right now I'm quite confused by this difference. Oh, I think I figured it out finally. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, I figured it out. This whole wall has to move forward one block. And the whole reason is because this isn't centered on 2 blocks. It's centered on 1 block internally. Oh, I forgot about that. I mean, it's a big move, but it's not really a big move. The biggest problem is taking down this wall, which isn't really that big of a problem. Just annoying. Man, you can tell I'm a little tired because it took me like a good half an hour to figure that out. Oh well. If you've watched my my Minecraft world stuff, I had to completely redo one of my mob farms. I think I've redone it like twice or 3 times now. So it's not that big of a deal. It is a little frustrating though. This type of stuff used to bug me like a whole bunch when I was younger. Like I would just like quit a whole world and just not play it anymore for that type of like, oh no, everything's a block off. Just delete the world and move on. Nowadays I'm like, eh. At least now it makes sense why I wanted that to be there. Like a part of my brain was like, hey, you're doing it wrong. It took me a bit to figure out what I was doing wrong. I don't think we're going to be fixing it today. I'll probably do some of this stuff right now. But hey, wrong spot. Now this whole thing makes sense on this corner, at least. Let's see. This will make it fun for whatever I do with the fish next, though. I've thought about how starting a second Dinkum because like how my maps are randomly generate, but then I wonder, will I just be terraforming to be like the world I have now? That's my view on the whole situation of different worlds. Like, there's certain things that you can't currently change in the game, like biomes. Which I can understand starting a whole new world if you're searching for, like, a certain sequence of biomes. I do that with Minecraft. Like, I'll search different seeds. And then once I have, like, a seed that has, you know, whatever thing I want, that's what I'll probably stay on for the rest of my time playing Minecraft. Till either a new biome is added or something. That's sort of how I see this world right now. Like, I'll probably play this world up until I'm done with it. Like, I have nothing else to build. But if the autumn update adds, you know, a snow biome, I might start a whole new world just because of that. But something James had mentioned was that he might change how the biomes are made in the game. They might be dependent on player interaction. So I don't know. We'll see how the next update goes and what it really means. Well, right now, like you see, this is tropical grass, and it says tropics on the bottom. And when I go up here, it'll say mangrove and like tropic differences. Even though this is mangrove dirt, it's still tropics. And like, even though I've removed all of the tropical grass, it still says tropics. So right now, the location of the biome is hard-coded with the seed that you play it with. But one of the problems with that is that like certain mobs will always spawn specific to the tropics. So if I replace all of this with, say, plains or bushlands, which is this yellow grass, plains and bushlands might have different mobs, like frillies or something. And right now it's hard-coded. So one of the problems is if you do a bunch of fir grass planting, like I've done, this area is plains, desert, bushlands. So no fir grass or pine forest animals will spawn here. So that's something that James, I think, is sort of thinking about. I know specifically that the turkeys have a weird spawning mechanic that he wants to change. And that's because people say, like, you could take this whole area and make it all concrete, and turkeys will still spawn. So that's something that I think he's thinking about changing, which might relate to this whole biome thing that we're talking about as well. People's tropics, I think they are related to corners of the world though. Like the pine forest is always in this corner. And I think like tropics are always in the north, and like the bushlands and the exact location for everything might have a little bit of tweaking. Like you can see pine forest is all the way over here. I think like coconuts are always in this corner. But it might be player related. Let's see. Alright, this is a good learning thing to know, because I have to deal with that wall too. So, I'm glad we figured this out before we got both walls put up. Otherwise, that'd be double the problem. But also on that note, it's 1:20. Oh man, Grody came in here a couple hours ago and made fun of me. He's like, "You're going to be up till 1 o'clock in the morning again." And, yeah, he called it. Let's put some of this stuff away before I get too far. Put away my aquarium stuffs. Alright, that's my stuffs blocks. This is my path blocks. Other stuff. And there's this one. And this is all the stuff that needs to come back with me and get organized. We have our crafted items that need to get put away. Yeah, I can leave all this stuff here. Yeah, I think that's sort of the problem that people are having with the turkeys. Is they're making like giant dance floors and putting fences around it, thinking that, you know, no turkeys or no things are going to spawn. And then they come back to their dance floor and there's 4 turkeys on it. And they're like, come on, man, can't I get rid of the turkeys by now? I think it's also similar to the complaint about the mud blocks always having mangroves grow on it. I would personally like a way to control what grows on the mud. Maybe like a clear path or something would fix that problem. I don't know. Turkeys like to dance? I don't know. I've never actually met a live turkey. It might though. But I imagine if like you made a giant area, like I eventually want to make one of these areas into a giant like IKEA furniture store and like a giant clothing shop. And that whole area will probably have some sort of path underneath it. I'm probably not going to have any grass or anything. And having, you know, Roo show up and poo all over the place and turkeys, you know, gobble, 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 or whatever the heck they do in this game, duke, duke, duke everywhere. It would be pretty annoying to be in the middle of my store. So I can sort of understand where people come from. Yeah, like constantly getting Roo poo on your showroom floor. Alright, chat. I think that's going to be it for the stream today. Photo by row. Tomorrow, we might play Dinkum in the morning. I might also switch gears and do a little bit of Minecraft now that I've gotten some inspiration from it all. Will also be interesting to see how my video goes. Episode 8. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thanks for the late night stream. Have a good night. You too, Melanie. Thanks for hanging out. You were here, I think, one of the first people here, and one of the last people also here. I appreciate you hanging out the whole time. It's pretty awesome of you. Half Beep, thank you as well for all the comments and questions. It's always good to have some banter to go on with. And anybody else that's lurking, you guys are awesome. Lurkers are amazing. Alright, let's do the normal stuff. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, maybe comment below if there's something that you want me to do or have any type of you know, additional information that you want to tell me. Shout out to VOD watchers, you guys are awesome. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that are here. Hope to see you guys in the future, and I hope you have a good time zone, rest of your day or night. TTFN, ta-ta for now.